You hear anything?
Hello, Stephen. I came as soon as I could.
What's your real name?
It's Larry Tate, but that's not what's important right now. We have to get you out of here. I was watching court TV. I think I found a loophole in your case. I'm going to talk to the judge about a writ of habeas corpus. I'll put the system on trial.
Why are you doing this to me?
I didn't do this to you. You did this to you.
You set me up.
No, I taught you a lesson. I can be your best friend or your worst enemy. You seem to prefer the latter.
Hey, how you doing? How's your wife? How's your mother? How's your father? How's everybody doing? This is Nick the Rat Radio, everybody. Episode 398. Wow. We're almost at 400. 398, everybody. Let's open a beer. Let's get a beer over here. Oh, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesdays, my dudes. Cheers to everybody. August 9th, 2023. My throat's feeling a little rough. Feeling a little rough in the throat. Hold on a second here. Yeah, that didn't help. All right. Okay. Whew. What's going on tonight? Well, I don't know if you guys noticed lately, but the show hasn't been so good, mostly because Diane melted, and I don't know where she is, and the writer's strike. Basically, the writers for the Nick the Rat radio show, the scientists that are actually writers as well, are no longer doing any of the writing, so all these shows have been completely unscripted, if you could believe it or not. I don't think you can. It's been, but these writers, why don't they just write? Why don't they, we need to break away from the studios. The problem is the studios. If the writers get the right to write for these evil studios, the evil studios still exist. If the writers stay on strike, the everything will go away. Maybe this is good. Maybe they should strike until the whole entire goddamn movie industry melts and dissipates into bullshit, and then it can rain on us another day. Another day could be. Go to these giant movie studios. They're really fucking things up with their copyrights and their properties and the prices of things and how get the fuck off my microphone. I mean, the movie companies are great. All hail Hollywood. The drawers are on strike too. Hold on a second. I gotta fix this. There we go. That's a wee bit better. Twee bit better. Now, what was I talking about here? I'm drinking some beer right now. Earlier, I made a new drink. I think it's going to be popular with all the kids out there, so I think I should just share the ingredients. Basically, well, last week I had that Kraken rum, and I was mixing it with some really, really thick, sugary, naked stuff. Blueberry naked stuff. Cough syrup? That might actually be good for my throat. Yeah. This beer is bullshit. I'm drinking some bullshit beer right now. I got a Budweiser. It's not the king of all beers. Who's the queen of beers? Is the king of beers just sitting here jerking off? Is the queen of... They should have called... That's what they should have did. Bud, hire me right now. Coors, was it Bud Light? Bud Light could be the queen of all beers. Just fucking rename it that. And you save the company, I'm telling you. That'll the queens will love it, and the people that don't drink it will stop drinking. They don't drink it now anyway. Everybody hates you. You guys should fucking die and burn in a fire. There's a lot of animosity towards these corporations these days, and there should be too, because these giant corporations have way too much power. Bush be the queen. I don't know. There's a good joke in there somewhere. The queen of all beers, but they should really fucking do that, because that would work. People are dumb. They don't care what the fuck it is that they're drinking or holding in their hand or consuming. It's just as long as it makes them smile for like half a second. If you can get a person to smile for half a second, they'll give you a hand job before the show starts when the microphone's still on accidentally. Please don't ever play that for anybody ever. Thank you. Anyway, let's listen to a quick song while we we're gonna come back after a quick song. What song is this? How is Nick still on Twitch? Why? What's wrong with Twitch? Is it because I'm saying fuck giant corporations and generated on-screen chat? What is going on in the chat room here? If you want to go to nicktherat.com, there's a thing where you can chat with everybody. There's a chat room. The chat room, I call it. It is sewer chat. You can get in there a whole bunch of different ways. You're chatting right now. Cotton Gin, Coton Shane. You could chat in the Discord, where the CIA is watching and the FBI is jerking off to your little conversations you're having in the back channels. There's Twitch. Servo said he can't think that I'm on his AI generated on-screen chat. What are you talking about? I do use AI, and I don't give a fuck. I think, hey, why not? The thing is, if I was watching a video with Thomas McFarlane, the guy that made Spawn and Venom and all that. He's talking about making comic books and stuff. And basically, if you want to make a comic book, you need like 5 people. Now, say I live in my mom's toilet bowl. Okay? Turn the chat off. What is going on? Oh, no, I'm going to leave the chat on because I don't care. The chat is all... It's fake. So I live in her toilet, okay? And to live my dream, I need to make a fucking comic book, okay? Now, do you think I could hire 5 or 4 other blokes? Am I gonna get my mom to write it? Am I get my, like, say I just want to do one thing on it. I want to do one, I have an idea. That I could, but you still have to, there's still shit you have to do. You know, you have to whip the AI. You have to whip the AI to make a story. Then you have to whip the AI to make pictures, make colors, and then you still have to do shit too. It's helpful to whip though. It's like slavery. AI is like bringing slavery back in a good way. And if you think you're being robbed and stolen from, well, welcome to Earth. Welcome to Earth. This is what we do here. We share. Things get robbed and ripped off and all that. If you made a beautiful piece of art and somebody stole that shit from you, have to go to their house and kill them. You can't sue them. That's not going to work. Okay, let's listen to this song here. We got Emin Nilsson with Ichigo Bankai.
ふざけてんじゃねえぞソウルソサイティをめちゃくちゃにしたのはてめえがって聞いてんだよそん
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio there. Whoa. Yeah, I bumped that track up 2.3 dog bisquitos. Doggy biscuitoise. Are we thinking? No, this is the, what part of the show are we on here? No, we're still on this part of the show. This is the part of the show we're on? Deal with it. Wait, hold on. Maybe we got some... I'm scared to click it. I'm too scared. I'm not going to click it. Not doing it. Not clicking it. Yeah, I do think I'm getting sick or something. I feel something inside growing. Something's growing inside of my my cavities. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, well, we're going to get back to the show, which we have no show because of the writer's strike. R.I.P. writers. This is definitely long. This is long COVID. It's the long coof. Well, let me take. Oh, yeah. Let me take a sip of this. Hold on 1 second. 5 things here. First off, I forgot to tell you what the drink was. The drink that I made earlier was a what was I calling it? I wrote the name down somewhere. Hold on, I gotta find stuff. Doodaloo, 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 doodaloo. That song was pretty cool. I played pool on a rooftop in rainy Japan listening to that under an advertisement for Coca-Cola. Where are my notes? That's a funny note. Sometimes I read my notes and I'm like, what the fuck is this all about here? Ba-da-boop bop, biddy-bop, skibidi-bop boop. Ba-da-bop-bop boop ba-dee-ba-doo. So I had the Kraken last week, right? Yeah. So I had the Kraken rum, and I was mixing it with that fruity juice, and I still had some left today. And you know, get ready for the show. You have a little like a drink during the day. Nothing wrong with that. So I took the Kraken, and I was like, I don't want to mix it with the fruit juice, which I ran out of anyway. I mixed it with Yoo-Hoo, and I'm calling this the sewer toy bomb. It's kind of like taking a dump in your own mouth. It was great. It's Kraken and Yoo-Hoo. You mix that together, and it's called the sewer toy bomb. You know, life's not really what it seems anymore, is it? There is no truth. You don't even know what you are. You ever think about yourself? Sometimes I just sit there and I think about me. And then I get really, really, really upset. And then I get happy that I got upset thinking about me. But then I get upset that I got happy thinking about how I was upset. How could you be you and not be happy or something? It's weird that you could be and not like it. Wonder if Hunter Biden's dog thinks like this. Do you think Hunter Biden's dog is biting people on purpose? Do they release the names of the people that this dog has bitten? This dog is a Commander. What's his name? Commander and some shit. What names are? You never call your pet by like a 3-syllable name. You might name your pet some goofy fucking dumb shit that's 3 syllables, but you never call your pet by 3 syllables. Like, you know. So I wonder if Joe Biden calls his dog like Commie or something. Like, little Commie. Come here, little Commie. Stop biting him, you little Commie. Instead of Commander. Kami, 2 syllables. 2 syllables works for a pet. I guess if he gets mad at me and breaks it down to 1, it would just be like if he's like, come here, Commander, it'd be come, Mr. Mahonic, you're not going to watch a rat twitch for... You want me to put on my human skin for you? My human filter? Will that make you happy? If you go to... You have to donate. There you go. Yeah, if you wanna see my human filter, eats up a lot of frame cycles in the sewer computer. You have to donate. You can donate going to nickthered.com, clicking on donate. And there's a way you can donate on Twitch. You can donate on PayPal, or there's a PO box. Oh yeah. I have a lot of stories to tell all you people about RSS feeds. So for 5 years straight. Okay, well, let me tell you. Okay, this is a long story. I don't want to tell this story right now. The RSS feed story is going to come in a little bit. We're still talking about Joe Biden's dog, what his name is, and I want to know who he's biting. I want to know who these people he's biting is, because there may be aliens in the White House. The RSS feed story is pretty interesting. You know what? Maybe we'll take a quick break. We'll listen to a song really quick, and then I'm going to open the phone lines, and I'm going to talk about the RSS feed thing, which was it's a pretty cool, if you're into RSS feeds and podcasting, this is going to be a good story for you, because I don't know how most people do their podcasts, if they use like third-party services or if they hire other people to do it. But in the sewer, we pretty much hand code all the RSS feeds, and we try to host as much as we could for as cheap as possible without using third-party services that are like, press a button and it does it all for you. But we are going to talk about that after this song by Zurius, If I Gave You My All. All right, I'll get my human filter ready. Earthlings, people of Earth. Okay, here comes the art. Ba-ba-ba-ba-doop, ski-beady, ba-ba-doop-a-doo. I'm confused. Is it here? Hey, everybody. There you go. So we started this podcast about 5 years ago. 6 years ago. You know how long? It's been a long time. I should check. Let's see here. What year? What's the first episode? Boop boop skabop dee doo 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 doo. Make the rat radio. 2016. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 7 years. 7 years ago. 57 years ago. January 31st of 2016, this experiment started. Art Bell has left the radio show sphere. So I need to fill the void. Either way. Okay, so I had to learn RSS. I took it's all the HTML is all, it's simple HTML. I hate all these fucking WordPress sites with all the fucking comments and buttons. I just want it to load quick and be easy to find the information and get to what you want to listen to. A lot of these sites, when you want to listen to an episode, you have to scroll through like 5 gazillion things. You can't find shit. The way it's all laid out, some bullshit. So fuck that. Just make an easy list. People know lists and clicking buttons, and that's all you really need. Just get everything, all the information you need there. Lightning is enabled now, but that's part of the story. But 5 years ago, so the RSS feed part. Oh, also, the scientists know HTML, CSS. They didn't want to do any Java, any of that other bullshit. Blah blah blah. Why would you even need Java in this? They just wanted a little bit of HTML, a little bit of CSS. But then when I had the RSS part came in, I pretty much copied it off of. I took the No Agenda RSS feed, copied and pasted, and used that as the base. At one point, I was not on iTunes. I don't know what year I got onto iTunes, but there was somebody that kept saying, I forget who it was, they kept saying, get on iTunes, otherwise I'm never going to listen to this show. And I'm like, iTunes fucking sucks. I still hate iTunes or Apple Music, whatever they call it now. And you know why it sucks? Because if you want to use it, you have to install it. You have to use an application. You can't just use like a website. You can't just use the HTML, click a button, fucking use it through any device you have. So I was like, I don't want to do, but they were like, oh, but I'll never use your thing if you don't do it. So I was like, all right, fine, whatever. I'll get onto iTunes, okay? I got onto iTunes. Now, when I first got onto iTunes, the cover art got stuck. Whatever the first cover art I started with, I guess it was like episode 300 then, or no, it's like 36. I forget. I remember the artwork. I probably find it. It's still there somewhere. It was it looked like Johnny Carson or some shit. It got stuck as my cover photo, and for the past 5 years or so, I have not been able to figure out how to change that. It's like, but this is not updating. You know, like No Agenda, each episode, the cover art goes pushed out and all that. Wasn't working for me. And my cover art was fucked. Now, what I forgot was that I remembered when somebody told me to get on the Lightning Network and to include Shitoshis into my RSS feed. Now, when I did this, I had to claim my feed. And when I claimed my feed, it said that I had a feed burner through Google, which I forgot about. And my feed burner needed to be updated, and I did, and now everything works. I totally forgot about FeedBurner. I just update the RSS feed and I upload it to the FTP to the server, And that's how I update the RSS feed. I never even touched the fucking feed burner in as long as it's been. But now everything works. So cheers to you. Complicated technology systems that work, surprisingly. So yeah, now you could donate Satoshis. You could also call in live. Hello, caller, east of the west.
Is it true?
It's very true.
Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the thing right now.
I think.
Yeah.
Is there a way we could test it first before you do it really hard?
Oh, I'm gonna do it.
Because Servo put 2,000 sats in there and it worked. But I finally got it hooked up to the feed, and I don't know if it works. If you want to be a test subject, just do a little.
I love being a test subject for the dark sewer scientists.
You could just drop a couple. I had to go log into the Albi account now. Who are these Albi people? Are they in China?
They are German, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that feed burner. What is a feed burner? I've definitely heard people talking about this.
I think I needed FeedBurner to get the RSS feed onto iTunes. If I recall, it was just some.
iTunes blows, man. Fuck
and
iTunes.
FeedBurners are like it's like a Google hosted RSS like relay or something. I think, but either way, it hijacked all my shit.
No bueno, man. Oh, I see your art changed in the index as well. Nice.
Yeah, it's working now.
Yeah. RSS so cool, man.
Technology is cool when it works. Yeah, Podverse still doesn't show the. Oh, Podverse also doesn't show the latest. This is why I don't want you to do anything crazy with this Albi yet, because Podverse still doesn't update the title cover art, and it might not have the lightning thing there yet. So I don't know if there's still an issue with FeedBurner and my real RSS. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Is Gal in here? Let's see. No, she's not. Stand by. I'm going to leave the sewer and I'm going to pop over to the green room for a second, but I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Bye.
Oh, she is? Oh, okay. Nice. So we'll see if that maybe shakes. Have you hit a pod ping?
How do I pod ping? Is that in command line? Podping.com.
So if you see Gal, she's one of the bots Servo made.
I am.
Oh, nice. There you go. You can do exclamation pod ping, and it sends a message to the index to update your feed as there's been changes. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but I don't know if Podverse will still update this.
We'll see. It's usually within, I don't know, I can go in there and like the stuff that'll cache really hard is chapters sometimes, and that can take like upwards of 30 minutes to populate sometimes.
Still has the extremely old cover art there, and also no. See, I don't know where Podverse is pulling from compared to. So I know the FeedBurner, and I don't know. Maybe can I get rid of FeedBurner to be on iTunes? Why the fuck am I even on FeedBurner?
I mean, you can. I mean, really, all you have to do is just change the listing in the index to your new RSS feed, and you can do that by reaching out via email.
How did they get it originally, though?
That I'm not sure.
That's like, where is it pulling? Who's pulling what from where? Is
okay. So here's something that you can do. You could take your RSS feed as it exists
Yeah.
the one that's from your website, submit that to the index, and then ask Adam or Dave to delete the feed burner one, that feed burner instance, and then that way the index is looking at your.
But I think Albie might be looking at that feed burner one now.
Albie doesn't matter. Albie just wants a home. It doesn't matter where.
But there was also Pocket. There was a Pocket Cat, Pocket Money, Pocket Lightning, Lightning Pocket. Some other
Prison Pocket.
some other website needed me to confirm the RSS feed. It's like, let me see. Podcasterwallet.com wanted me to give feed ownership.
So Podcaster Wallet, all it's going to do is it allows you to log in and sort of put a Lightning wallet address into a value tag, and then the index is essentially kind of like artificially, quote unquote, artificially puts it on top of what your feed already has.
This is where there might be an issue though, because I don't know if I hooked up that Podcaster Wallet to the feed burner thing. There's like these two things that are there. It's a very weird situation.
I see it. So feedburner, feeds.feedburner.com /Nick the Rat /EJBV.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
See
but I had like 4 other ones before that as well. Like I don't know what the hell I had going on.
I'm going to go to nicktherat.com and I want to see what RSS feed do you have on your website?
I think it matches the one that I have currently as the feed burner one.
Okay.
I think.
So I see the Lightning wallet in there as well.
But I don't know if that Lightning wallet was attached to a bad feed.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
Mm-mm. No.
So then it should work. So I think something's fucked up somewhere.
So if it is indeed nicktherat.com /radio /RSS.xml,
yes.
which I'm assuming that's the one that you want. I would just take that. I would add that RSS feed into the podcast index. There's an add button at the top right, and then just reach out to Adam or Dave and have them delete the listing. If you look at the top for what it is right now, it's podcastindex.org /podcast /8737788. That's the one that you can ask them to delete. The only thing I wonder though is if it would delete that podcast out of. Okay, this is what you should do.
Get a whole bunch of sats. I got a whole bunch of sats from William Ness. He sent in 7,920 sats. Why do people send in weird sat amounts? Are these is this code?
Yes.
Boost me all night long.
Why not just 8,000 sats? Why 7,920?
Let me back up before I lose my train of thought. Instead, just send them a link to the index listing that you have for the show. Send them the RSS feed from your website and ask them to swap what the index has. And then you can, the feed burner thing, it's going to fuck off to Spotify land and, be its own little thing. If it's looking at your RSS feed as you update it, then it should be fine to exist.
But I think iTunes is looking at it. I don't know.
And you could just delete it. There's also the ability to put block tags in there. I think they work.
I'll figure it out one day.
Yeah, but as far as updating the index specifically, just reach out via email, ask them to switch the RSS feed.
Podcast Index works. It has the updated thing. It's a Podverse, the app on my phone on Android.
It did work?
On Podcast Index, it works. On Podverse,
Oh, look at that. It's updated here.
it's just not on
I'll drop the
Podverse.
link.
Podverse is still. Oh wait, no, Podverse just worked.
Yep, I'm seeing the new heart
Holy
there.
shit!
You like that?
That's the first time in 20 years that has ever worked.
Feels good.
I'm gonna have to change my pants.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the thing again. Whoa.
Booberry just sent in 17,598 sats. When I see sats, I think it's like an exercise. It seems like he sat down 17,000 times.
Basically.
It's a lot of sitting.
I sat down on my pleasure device a bunch today, and I just gotta say it felt pretty good. So here's something else to consider. C-Dubs has coded up an IRC bot that would relay these boosts as they come through, and you could drop it into the sewer chat if that was something that struck your fancy.
If it was a text, yeah. If it was a sound effect, then no. If it was
I
like
thought
a
about
naked
this
thing?
a little bit for
Yeah.
you. I'm just going to throw it out there. But what if you took the sound effects and you made it drips?
Like a big drip
That could be
sound? That
fun.
could work. Like a big
I think
bloop.
that would be.
But then people would be blooping. There'd be too many blooping all over.
Oh no, I'm too wet.
Maybe like can you do it for a certain amount of sats?
Sure. Yeah, that's Servo's work. IR cacophony.
All right, so maybe
Essentially,
how much for a big bloop? What is
Whatever you want,
then
baby.
again? It's like 50,
best price.
50
price.
cents. I want 2 quarters for a big drip. Wouldn't that be like 1,000,000 sats? It was funny because before those recent sats were just dropped in, like Midas just sent in 4,950 sats.
Nice.
It's boost.
It's a lot of fun. IR cacophony, it works by reading off of what the boost spot is displaying, so it's triggered by IRC, which is a lot of fun.
And there's messages in here too. I didn't even know that.
The who to what?
I didn't know that you could put there's because I didn't click the little drop down. There's messages in the sats.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Holy sats.
What else? I mean, there's when you're ready, I think Nick the Rat would be a great vehicle for the split kit and playing music on the show. It would be a little bit of a transition for sure from SoundCloud, but the split kit allows you to live switch art, titles, and value blocks to the musicians as you play them. So anybody that's boosting or streaming sats, you can redirect it straight to the artist.
You mean like Adam Curry and the Boostergram ball?
You mean like Booberry and Lavish and Behind the Schemes?
You mean like Nick the Rat? No, just not yet.
There you go. There you go.
Who did all this? Did like somebody in the No Agenda community do all of this?
It is definitely a village.
I know
It's,
there's a lot. It seems like there's a lot. But are you working on this personally at all?
I am nothing more than a test dummy.
Same currently.
But yeah, I mean, it's Cotton Gin, Servo, Midas. I mean, so many people. I cannot sit here and list people because it's just a whole slew of them. It's a whole slew of them. And there's definitely, I'd say one of the dudes that is in the front lines probably the hardest, and he's actually a couple of steps ahead, it feels like, is Stephen Bell, who coded up CurioCaster. He did Sovereign Feeds and the Split Kit and Ellen Beats. So he's got 4 projects out there. And Split Kit, that's what is allowing Adam to do his Boostagram ball. We started taking our pre-show this past week and we released it since it's all music side project or it's all Ellen Beats podcast index music. We were able to take that pre-show and upload it as its own separate thing.
Wow.
And it's got all the wallet addresses queued up. It's got all the chapters timed so that, when it's playing that song, it's that song.
Bizzle in the chat says, "You're all gods."
Well, Bizzle would know. She is a goddess. I see that art. I still think about that art.
This stuff is kind of godlike. You are creating well, not you. You're just testing them. You're full of tests. I got a test of 2323 sats from Servo, and the message attached, which now I know that is there, is I am a test subject.
Oh, have you played with Isobot yet?
No, but I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
It just clips. Is it clip? Was it clip everything? Was it clip the No Agenda show, or is it?
You should play that link that just popped up in the sewer chat if you get it routed.
Oh, it's kind of like a universal clip device.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
and you can go to isobot.dev and it'll show you everything that's been pulled. I see that art.
Who's hosting this?
Dungeons, baby.
I guess it's not too much space for like a 5-second MP3 clip.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, there's no shortage of people that have put a lot of time. Mitch definitely stands out. Stephen B stands out. Mitch is the guy, along with the other dudes over at Podverse. Oscar Mary of Fountain. They've been putting a lot of work. The Castomatic guy, Martin from Pod Friends. Who else? I mean, it's a ton of people.
Do you want to know a little? This whole the MP3 thing, the small MP3s. At one point I wanted to make I'm not a coder, so I never wanted. Well, okay, I had an idea for a website that was sort of like Twitter. It was going to be called like Ghost or some shit, and you could like press a message. You could like randomly use MP3s and make messages and talk to people, but it wouldn't be like last forever. Like you'd send a message out, somebody would hear it, you could reply to it, might get sent to somebody else, go all over the place. It'd be kind of like a cookie game or some shit. But I'm sure you guys could probably make that in 2 seconds.
I did have about an hour-long talk with Steven today, Stephen B, and he was kind of showing me some stuff that I was missing with the Split Kit, but we really like took the time and kind of like talked about a layout that would take it to the next level as far as producing a live show. That's something I think you would have a good time with, is doing at least the live audio broadcast, and then you could broadcast through CurioCaster, Fountain, Podverse, so on and so forth. And just because you have an Albie doesn't mean people from Fountain can still boost you, so on and so forth.
It sounds like an STD almost. You got a bad case of Albies. Actually, it doesn't sound like a STD. It sounds like a alien or some shit.
Well, if it's like a game of Pokemon, I will catch them all.
How do I even buy these Albies? I mean, these lightning sats. Where do I get my sats?
Couple of ways. You could let it run passively for your show and just let it bank up, and if you choose to spend it or sit on it, it's your coin. For the most part, the
Wait, so
I like to use
just having
Strike.
an account at the Albi thing will just generate Satoshis?
Since you have it attached to your feed, people can now have the ability when they're listening, they have the ability to stream as they listen per minute. So, it's kind of like something that I've got
Is Albi
1%.
using cycles on listeners' devices to create sats?
Sorry, one more time?
is is well, you said that the it's generating Satoshis, and it's generating it through the feed, and the
No,
feed
no, 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 no,
is
no, no. I'm not saying that it's generated. It's facilitating. I'm just saying that
how do I get
as
these
people,
sats though? Other than people sending them to me, I want to acquire.
you can use. I like to use Strike, the Strike app that allows me to connect a debit card to a Lightning or a Satoshi purchaser. You can set up through Albi to fund a wallet if you wanted to. Fountain will allow you to do the same thing. Where else? It's what you need to look for if you want to fill up a Lightning wallet is so Lightning is sort of a second implementation inside of Bitcoin, with the Lightning Network being a series of channels that Bitcoin nodes have open to each other. They have these with these open channels, they're allowed to pass sats or satoshis through micropayments back and forth without actually confirming that Bitcoin transaction. So as long as you can find somewhere where you're buying Bitcoin through the Lightning Network, you should be able to send it straight into your Albi or Fountain, so on and so forth.
Can I use this to buy slaves?
If you could find somebody willing to trade with you, I'm sure the sky is the limit. You could probably even get to space if you tried hard enough, is my guess. Am I insinuating that there are slaves in space? Well, look at us floating around here on this hunk of Earth.
And before anybody gets carried away, what I'm talking about is if you ever use Microsoft, they got the AI creating shit there. What was that? What's that shit called? But all these AI generation websites, et cetera, they're kind of like slaves. Bing image creator, and you get the tokens to use the image creator and stuff like that. And
We tried the Mid Journey for a while, and I thought we got some pretty good results
no,
out
it's
of it.
amazing.
For
If you know what prompts to
just
put in, these silly ass programs are great.
and it works for chapter art, but at the same point, it just I don't know. I got to the point where every AI image kind of just looks the same.
Oh yeah, that's why you have to edit it. It's a very good blank canvas.
I could see how you could um how it could be useful for producing assets that you could then like kind of piece together collage style.
I think the last I've been using it just to make all my cover art for the past I don't know how long.
OBDM does it too. And I will freely admit, I had no idea that this was AI art that I've been looking at.
Yeah, for I don't know the last time if it's like by hand, it's gonna look like a little cartoon rat. But if it's I don't fucking have rats and sunglasses. I just I know how to make prompts and I know how to edit. So it's.
Wow.
Do you want
Yeah.
do you want a secret to get a really good picture?
How's that? What's that? I should say.
Uh, write in the prompt 35 millimeter photo, and then after that, write whatever you want after that.
Perfect. Nice.
That's all you have to do. 35 millimeter photo of rat with sunglasses dancing naked in the street, and it'll look mwah. It'll look great.
Interesting. Interesting.
Give it a try. You still have to edit it a little bit. You can go and fix up some stuff, but it's
No doubt.
add some. You
Everything
can't do
can use a
text.
little
You have to
loving
still
sometimes.
typography. I wonder when AI could take over a typographer's work. Oh, you know what's weird? I just thought of this. Ah, do you know how in dreams you can't read words?
Yeah. Yeah.
AI can't make words. There's probably some weird connection there.
Are you saying that there's a through line between artificial intelligence and the dreamland?
It's midnight in the sewer in my world. That's what I'm saying over here.
Man. It's only 11 o'clock here in the Minneapolis, and I can only ask one question.
It's 11 o'clock. Do you know who your kids are?
My sock.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Caller, is there anything you would like to say to sewer citizens?
I love each and every one of you all. Please call my family. And
Caller? We lost another good one there. Roxy Lau with nervous system suspended. Oh man, it's fun talking about tech talk. I miss what's his face, Dvorak's 5-minute He did like a 5-minute daily tech review thing. It was great. Actually influenced this show. He had like an aquarium bubbling like he was like a fucking alchemist or some shit. Oh man. There's so much weird shit you could do. You just have to think of something you want to do, and when you don't know how to do it, find out how to do it. There's shoelaces all over the fucking place. You just have to find the right shoelace and put it in the right knot. Sometimes you get knotted up wrong. Well, if you just want to do some tech stuff, you just have to break something, then figure out how to not break the thing again. Lots of stuff. Break it all the time. That's why I was very hesitant with whenever there's money involved, I get very hesitant. I hate money. Also, what is this going to do about taxes? This is going to be another... fuck. Send this to my accountant, my lawyers. Pals do help with tech. Pretty much everything I learned was mostly through Pals until YouTube came around. YouTube, you have to find the right pals via YouTube. YouTube has infinite pals out there. I have you find people on YouTube that will teach you. I don't use Adobe, so fuck Adobe, but there's a guy that does Photoshop stuff. This I forget his name. He has very nice eyebrows though. And he teaches amazing Photoshop tricks. Oh my god. Well, it's fuck Adobe indeed, but the tricks he teaches in Photoshop most of the time can be recreated in other programs. It's just different layer techniques and masking techniques and stuff. But the stuff he teaches, it's like Adobe's sitting around waiting for him to like update them with. I don't know how people learn to do this stuff. Like the people that are creating like the backbones that other people could climb upon. That usually means that you have to you get some donations. You need help. You need some help. And you could donate today at nicktherat.com/donate.html. There's also a P.O. Box. Nick the Rat at 90549 Brooklyn, New York, 11209. I went to the P.O. Box last week, and I put a letter in my sack, and I couldn't find my sack. Midas, you should learn, well, if you want to get off of Adobe instead of After Effects, there is the DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is the free, or you could, I hate this fucking licensing shit, like where you don't get the software, you like license it, you're renting it. I hate all this renting bullshit. Oh yeah, you can donate via Sats now too. It's another thing I have to log into. Another thing to track. More money, more problems. I think I misplaced this other... Where is it? Hold on one second, everybody. Actually, let me play a commercial now. Let me play a quick commercial while we wait for me to get my shit together.
Tommy Aberici, owner of Tommy's Arcades. And thanks to your support, we are expanding. We've been here in the sewer a few years, and she's been good to us. I mean, we haven't made a dime, but the weird-looking scientists have hooked us up with some science. Technology. We got pinball, karaoke, dancing demon, whack-a-mole, bowling alley, gymnast, tiki bar, a half-decent cold sauna, drinks, chicken strips, discretion, cleanish bathrooms, burritos, and so much more. Yeah, we got machines down here. I don't even know what they do, so come on down. You check them out. Are you like pool? We got one pool table, but you got to get here early because some asshole kid has been hogging it. I'm talking 6 or 7 re-racks, this kid, so get here early. And you show that piece of shit that we're expanding our space or our minds. You'll have to come down and find that we are expanding. If you're booking parties or other reservations, give us a call. 917-719-5923. Yeah, this is Tommy from Tommy's Arcades, and hey, I'm living the 16-bit friggin' dream!
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Woo. You gotta love Tommy Aberici. Let's open up the P.O. box. Last week was this letter came last week, so let's give this. Tommy's a good guy. I like him. Can't open. Ow. Okay. There we go. There. Seven failed sewer penis interdictions. 0 and 69. 69-cent check. We have some other P.O. Box stuff. I ripped it. I fucking ripped it. Let's see. Is this another one? 69? Oh, I ripped one that's worth $7.69. I'm sorry, Sir Dr. Mike Crotch. I ripped it. I hope the bank still takes it. 7 failed sewer penis indictions. $7.69. Wait, what was the other? Was this worth $7 too? That's my nipple. No, it's 69 cents. This one is $7.69. I gotta take this back together and beg the banker to take it. Thank you so much, Dr. Sir McCrotch. Cheers to you. If Dr. Sir Mike Crotch ever sends more than 69 cents, we have to open a beer for that. We have more P.O. Box stuff here. I hate opening letters. Sewer penis injections procedure. 69 cents. How many are you going to send me? Dr. Sir McCrotch, thank you. Oh, here's a fun one. Here we go. We got an ASMR one here. I think this is from Sir Crossstitch. Let's see. The paper on this check is worth more than the entire last check that I got sent. Let's see here. If I get this, it'll be the first time I wear all three parts perfectly. Let's see. I usually fuck up on this part. About right about here, like the third of the way down, fourth of the way down. I'm gonna fuck it up, but let's see if I can do a perfect tear. Oh, it's going. I almost got it. I'm an ASMR artist. $5 from Sir Crossstitch. Thank you for your show. Sir Crossstitch, thank you for your patronage and your ASMR images. Well, that was all that was in the P.O. box this week. You can also donate. Ow. PayPal.com. PayPal. Go to nicktherat.com/donate/ I don't know. Just go to nicktherat.com. You can find it. And if you'd like to invest in the future of this show for whatever reason, you could. You go to nicktherat.com, click there. Thank you. It's very appreciative. I am very appreciative for everything that I get from anybody. Even if it's a wave. Like if you waved at me, I'd be very appreciative. People, when they see me, usually just turn and run. We have Whoa, is this from August 2nd? Should have been last week. Did I not read this? I don't know if I read this. From PayPal, I'll read your initials and your note. So the initials from this is JS and the amount too. $5 from JS. Thank you so much, JS, for the $5, which you possibly sent last week. Not this week. Maybe, but it was on. That says August 2nd. I think you sent that at the end of the show last week. I sent it late. Thank you so much, JS. We also have NW with 420. Thank you, NW. Thank you, NW. You are helping the sewer stay moist. And that's it there. Now there's also Twitch. So let's go to Twitch. Jeez, this donation segment, I get the more donations that I take, the longer the segment gets. So it's like, let's see here. On Twitch, let's see, 7 days ago, we got some follows from some weird names there. Can't even read those. And then we got Cotton Gin Tonic resub with Prime. They've been subbed for 4 months 1 hour ago in the sewer. In the sewer to you, Cotton Gin Tonic. You've been talking in the chat a lot. Cheers to you. And Ducky On, holy moly, we got Ducky On rescrubbed with Prism. They've been rescrubbed for 48 months 1 hour ago. Thank you so much, Ducky On. And cheers to you always. Online communities are weird. You start to know people that you don't know. And then sometimes they come and they go. Some people stick around for a long time. It's entertaining. I like to there's a couple of people that I just I've been following around for probably like 10 years. That's just like small time streamers. I just follow them around, say hi to them, talk to them. Whenever they stream, jump in. I might just say like hello or something. I might not stay for the whole stream. But you never know who's watching. You never know who's out there. And it's weird. It's a little weird. The things change too because of that. The shows and streams change because of the audience. Sometimes your audience comes in and they yell at you and they tell you what they want. I still, you listen, you're out there, you listen, because, the audience is, some people do dictate, like Sir Dr. Mike Crotch. He's, wearing a potato sack and weird hat. Let's listen to Emin Nelson with Funkafil. We'll be right back. Thank you, everybody that donated. Appreciate it. We'll be back. Oh, wait. I forgot. The Satoshers. Since that works now, I have to thank them. So let's thank the Satoshers. Let's refresh this here. Holy crud. A lot of more sats just came in. Let's see. Is this the 23 from Servo was the last one I read that. Cotton Gen sent in 3,333 sats. The message was finale. Oh, this came through Podverse. Cool. Wow, Podverse works? Like you could send money through Podverse? This is insane. The future is weird. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. I got a little money symbol up there. Connect to a wallet in the app to support these creators set up. Look at the holy crud. You guys are nerds. Servo sent in 3,333 sats. Servo, you're a nerd. Thank you so much for this. This is a payment for a 35mm photo of rat and sunglasses dancing naked in the street. Guess what, Servo? That will be basically the photo that I'm going to use as the prompt for this episode. Let me really copy this down. You will have created, you just created this week's art. Cover art. I'm so happy. Everything's just working now. Everything's just, I could probably just create that shit right now. Let me create that let me just post that right here into Microsoft Bing's creator. I'm gonna Bing this cover art. Content warning, this prompt has been blocked. Our system flagged this prompt because it may conflict with our content policy. Wait, what did you write in here? Something dancing naked. Oh, you can't say naked. Oh, look, our rat's already naked. We just have to take the word naked out. 35mm photo of a rat in sunglasses dancing in the street. Yeah, create that. There we go. Naked. You're a pervert, Servo. Servo, get out of here. Birthday. You don't have to put birthday suit. I could have put suit. A rat in a suit would be cool. Booberry sent in 6,899 sats. Message. Bloop. Bloop. No. We'll find a bloop. But yeah, that'll be cool. I'll definitely try to set that up. And we shall talk about that. Let's see what this generator came up with. See, this works. It's a perfect photo. That's cover art. Here, I'll show the people on the stream here. Let's see. Game. Can I get over here? Game capture. I just want to capture the. I have a. Where am I? Set up the window, and the window's gonna be. Oh, not that window. No, you know what? I'm not gonna do this now. Okay. Let's go back to the song. Thank you everybody again for donating. You guys all right. Hey everybody, welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. Skibidi bop, beady bop, bo pop pop. Phone lines are open tonight. We're just having a nice relaxed night because the writers are off. This is the so I can't do anything. That was a moment of silence for the writers. I know we have something to talk about here, but I'm a little intoxicated, so I gotta rattle my brain. I'm still just amazed about how everything works, and it's all connected with shoes. It's like a shoestring budgets. People put in a lot of their time and work to make things work for people. because people need things to caller.
Hey, Nick.
Hi.
What's going on, man?
Hi.
Hi, man.
Hi, man.
Man, you guys were nerding out there for a little bit. Sounds like things are working out.
Oh man, it's great. It's great to get help,
Yeah.
like help from
Yeah,
people
you
that
got
know what you
you
need.
got a pretty good crew in that sewer. Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the sewer has a lot of good people in there. There's
What do you think about the idea of, like looking for music in different ways and supporting creators or trying to bring creators on board? So curators and creators can cut out the middleman. I just love that idea so much. It's like,
it's getting
get
rid of
taken on less of a ride.
Caller, can you turn down your radio?
I don't have radio on.
Do you have a are you near a toaster?
No, but
Damn.
I have a pair of binoculars.
Ooh. Are they good? How strong are they? What's the zoom?
They're like 7,500 or whatever. Okay.
Oh, what I was hearing from you saying was cutting out the middleman.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't cut them out totally, I don't think, but it at least it makes it a more, you can get all these record labels and everybody out there. There was a minute on the internet where stuff used to be free for a second, but then they shut it down. I think Facebook bought it. But there's been some cool projects over time. This, I think, is probably going to be the best because it's in the RSS feed, and that's kind of the backbone of everything, right?
It is really simple. To keep it simple, stupid. Kiss.
Yeah, man, it's great.
Kiss the RSS.
Yeah, it's cool, and then you got a good crew around you, fucking hooking it up. Old Boo's pretty sweet, isn't he?
Do you have okay? Well, the middleman is basically like the movie industry, or like the man. The man is the middleman. See, the man hit himself.
He's still there.
The middleman hit himself as the man.
You got to buy stats, and you got to have a wallet. It's all digital, and if the sun ever fucking burps, we could all be fucked. But at least it's different.
Do you have
different paradigm?
Do you have an opinion on the writer's strike?
Yeah, they're dummies. I wish they weren't doing it.
The writers or the movie industry, or the industry, the man, or the
the writers.
Huh?
The writers. I think they should calm down a little bit.
They don't need to calm down. They need to refocus. They need to. I think they're looking at the wrong thing. But I really love the striking, though. I love people when they don't do anything and they make sure people know they're not doing anything.
Yeah, man, cool. But it jams up a bunch of other people.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, what do you really want?
That's
and I'm not sure AI is going to replace anybody yet. You might get a good little 35 millimeter picture on a thumbprint, but you're not going to tell a really verbose, in-depth, wild story all through AI at any time soon, I don't think.
Do you know what AI blew my mind today?
To what?
I had my mind blown by AI today. Like, there was AI in front of my face, and I didn't realize it.
Okay, let's hear it.
It was Paul Rubin, Pee Wee Herman. He had a thing on Netflix recently. Before, like a couple years ago, I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, there was a new Pee Wee Herman movie on Netflix, and he was de-aged in that show, and I didn't know that.
Ah.
And after he said it, and I was looking at him saying it, and I was looking at the show, I was like, yeah, they did. And they did a really good job de-aging him. And this was like before like de-aging was a controversy. He was like, yeah, it worked. It looked good. That's AI.
It is. It's not really though.
It's not. It's also
It's actually more
it's
like
hand
machine
coding.
language.
It's like, yeah, there's
Right?
somebody doing it.
Yeah.
But it's
I
new
mean,
ways.
is that AI? I don't know. I think that's CGI, you know. But
It's tweening.
whatever. I'm stupid, so what do I know? You know, I see this garbage in, garbage out until there ain't no more garbage.
Yep.
You know, but I am glad that the corporate model's getting cut out and the people are pioneers are staking out their own claim to new territory. That's all really interesting and exciting. You know, and the writers they should be doing the same thing, man. You know, and instead of whining about the wrong ideas, in my opinion. And I'm like affiliated and everything, so it's like, you know, I read all the demands, I read the counter demands. I know this, it's true. The writers always get paid, even though the producers don't. And, you know, it takes a lot of money to run those studios, all that air conditioning, and a lot of people benefit. And there's, you know, everything's nuts now too, and it's all weird politics. You know,
How many writers are there? How many writers are on strike?
I don't actually know, man, but I did hear the statistic a couple days ago, and I thought, oh, I should know that, but I don't. Why don't you ask your AI?
There's 11,500. How many other what are screenwriters? That's like a profession. How many other professions have 11,000 people in it? Like what?
Oh.
Let me see this.
I mean, there's got to be 11,000, you know, college professors.
Professions with I wonder, like, what is a writer comparative to? Like a college professor? Really? There's.
I don't know. My
like how
aunt
how
was a
hard is it to become a
scribe.
writer?
My aunt was a scribe. You ever hear of that?
Scribes, don't they just like aren't those like the people in the courtroom that type real fast?
Well, she did it for the Senate. So everybody like makes these bills and then comes up with laws and they vote on stuff, but then a scribe puts it in the book. And they, you know, they could miss a comma or whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
like a writer.
That's true. How much money do they make?
They do okay with the state, but not, you know.
But then again,
it's
like,
all pretend.
is this like writers across the board? Like, do writers in New York make the same as writers in Alabama?
I don't know. You'd have to talk to whatever deal they got cut with or whatever production house.
There's so many variables. So many variables. The more people you are in, the more variables become apparent.
Yes, sir.
The more it's. I read. How much money do you think a UPS person gets paid?
Well, it depends on what level you mean, like 90. But it depends on where you live and what level you are.
I saw.
You can have a pretty decent living.
You could. I saw the article. There was like a raise. I was like, ooh, how much is they were getting? They might get a raise to $170,000. And I was like, wow, I thought they were only but they're getting $140K right now. That's like the max you can make, which is really good. But
it's not that great.
$140K,
you know,
that's good. But
if
they bust their ass
out at like
every day.
You know, they used to do that to government scientists. You could make 85, and then they would move you up. I think the max you could make was 160, 162. I used to know a lot of people that were stuck in that trap.
Money's weird.
Malice had the QAnon shaman on today. You got to check it out.
Wait, QAnon Shaman has a podcast or a show?
No, he was on Malice today. You got to check him out. Pretty solid dude, Jake.
Wait, which show? I'm not hearing the show he was on. Malice?
Yeah, Michael Malice. You're welcome.
Okay. I don't
Malice. Yeah. Malice. You're welcome. You're welcome podcast.
Let's see here. Michael Malice, you're welcome. Who is... I want to see a picture of the guy. I'm a very visual person. I think it's because I take...
You know, the guy that had the buffalo horns.
The guy that had the buffalo horns name is Michael Malice?
No.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out who Michael... I know the buffalo horn guy.
Libertarian that writes books.
Oh, wow. I never knew about this guy. Oh, he talked to Roseanne Barr.
He talks to everybody. Malice is awesome, dude.
Look at that. He spoke to me. When did that happen?
Did he? Yeah. It's the internet. Servo could have put that up there for all I know. That guy, he's a genius. There's a bunch of eggheads in here.
I never listened to him before, but yeah, he seems to talk to a lot of people. Who would win in a fight, Michael Malice or what was his name? That nerdy guy.
Ben Shapiro would stomp his guts out.
I'm thinking about the guy that's always in the suit doing his podcast, Lex Friedman. Lex Friedman versus Michael Malice. Who would win in a fight?
Oh, Lex is fucking up. I think Malice is like 4'11". He's like a dwarf. He's small, man. He's a tiny guy.
He does look like it.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's like alien size small.
Does he have a belly button?
Smart. He's really smart. He's super cool.
I'll have to check him out.
Nice. He's a nice person. He writes. He's a good writer. He's a writer.
Is he on strike right now? Well, he probably writes books. People that write books, but he's not a screenwriter. He is not writing for. I guess screenwriters just for movies and TV, right?
And maybe podcasts
and yeah, like how deep is screenwriting? Are like commercials like with Captain Crunch?
Like there's people that write copy. There's all kinds
copywriters. Yeah, copywriters just like write captions under products and stuff. But screenwriters,
yeah, people that write copy for people that are on different types of podcasts, like NBC and SNBC and all those. I know people that work in that business.
Why don't they just change their name?
And ESPN and I don't know how those guys do it.
They should change the profession name.
Their staff,
they could change the profession name, alter what they do, and require different requirements. And then say, this is what we are now.
Have you read their demands?
They could be, they could come up with different. Yeah, well, they could just say we're no longer screenwriters. We are now this, and you could hire us for this. And if they hire them, then they do, and if they don't, then they don't. And then whoever wants to be a screenwriter could go work as a screenwriter.
No, the writers do okay. When they're working. A lot of people depend on. I'm seeing it.
Oh, well, yeah, people depend on work, but the thing is that what they're working on is mostly not needed.
It's all pretend, I guess, I'm just seeing the ramifications, generators
11,000 people out of work.
Like
that's
lots of stuff.
More than 11,000 people out of work. That's like going to hit a lot of...
New York does $8 billion a year. In the city, $8 billion of revenue a year is what the film industry generates.
What does the porn industry generate?
Yeah, man. I'm like completely off porn. Oh no.
Yeah, but they're still making more money than the movie industry. They're
I'm off porn. I'm just into watching hoof cleaning on fucking YouTube and TikTok. I don't even have
TikTok.
TikTok.
Man, TikTok is. I hate these.
I don't have it.
These scrolling. But YouTube. Everybody's doing like scroll. Look at something you can't do. Scroll. It's
Yeah, I
it
don't
is
have
addictive.
it.
I sometimes get stuck in the
Phone
trap.
tag.
It's like, oh my gosh! But sometimes you get little good nuggets every now and then if you know what you're looking for. But it could really suck you in like really bad.
I'll hit up Clown World on Twitter every 3 or 4 days and catch up.
Plant World?
In a Clown World.
Oh, clown.
Yeah, it's, okay. Those are my headlines. And news. I watch a few podcasts. I like Nick the Rat. Oh, and hey, do you know the band Spangle?
Spangle? The Jewish, the Jewish teenagers that jump up and down on SpongeBob props. Spangle.
Kinda. It's similar in some aspects.
No, I have no. I never heard of it.
You never heard of Spangle?
What is it?
You got to check out.
I don't know anything really.
Museum of Consciousness, man. That's a good one. That's a shout out for all the kids. Museum of Consciousness, Spangle.
I see it now. What the fuck? Holy crap. Okay, it sort of does look like...
Oh, you'll dig it. It's some good shit.
I think my brain just exploded. Caller?
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to say to the world?
Yeah. Hey guys, don't take yourselves so seriously. Try to love one another and peace out.
That's very... Why are people so serious? Are we taught that? Don't you fucking hang up on me. Hey guys, we're going to listen to this quick song right here called Waiting for a Unicorn by Roxy Lau. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat.
Have I ever evicted a single mother out of one of my properties? Oh yes, on multiple occasions. Guys, there's nobody protected in my portfolio. The elderly, the disabled, the single moms. And this is why I'm buying in secondary and tertiary markets. These are small places. If I start giving passes to single mom with 3 kids, guess what? They start telling their neighbors, oh yeah, Tom doesn't enforce his own policies. Oh yeah, you can pay Tom's rent late. And before you know it, the entire community that you're renting Section 8 in doesn't respect you as a landlord or as an investor, and you're never gonna get your rent on time from any of these people. Case in point, about 3 months ago, I got a call from my property manager. Hey, Mr. Tom, I got a tenant here, Miss Carla. Miss Carla, if you're watching this, sorry, I'm not sorry. She hasn't paid her rent in 2 months. We've given her multiple warnings. What do you want to do? So I went back, looked at her records, and sure enough, we've offered to buy her, cash her keys, to be able to get her out of the property in exchange for money and her security deposit back. She stopped responding. We send her an eviction notice. 3 weeks later, $200 in legal fees, and she's out on her ass with an eviction on her record.
Fuck that shit!
Michael.
Hello, Dottie. It's me, Pee-wee.
Where are you calling from?
Texas.
Where?
Honest. Listen, I'll prove it.
The stars at night are big and bright.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
So guys, there's this girl that asked for a high five when I was at a place, and I didn't know what was happening at the moment. I was just looking at my Crocs, and then she asked for a high five, so I said heck no. Then she started crying, so then I just went over to her, and then I just slapped her in the face, and then she started crying even more. So then I said shut up, and then she died.
It's too long.
What the fuck is that?
Want to see us?
Hey, we found this crippled monkey laying out here on this ship. We do not know what to do. And oh my god.
He just snapped his own neck.
Look at this crippled monkey. I feel so bad for him.
And all these people slave away to make his vision come true. And then they have the big nerd fest, right? Down there, Comic-Con, and all their nerd mecca. They're all showing up with their acne and their Hulk shirts, limping into the arena, right? Does Steve Jobs go out with a whole chorus line of scientists? No, he goes out there by himself. Sneakers and no belt, like it was no biggie, right? like he's Tesla, tapping into the atmosphere. I know, this is always uncomfortable. I know, you bought into it, right? That whole advertising, the way they aligned themselves with some of the greatest people of all time. Jesus, Gandhi, me! Remember that? Muhammad Ali, John Lennon, this guy! How the fuck was that dude like any of them? Gandhi didn't have a sweatshop. Nah, he didn't have people leaping to their deaths only to catch a net and get ricocheted back through the window to have to put together yet another iPad. John Lennon didn't have children in his basement pressing those fucking albums. I know. New phone can't fit the old charger. This is your hero?
When I was 15, let me tell you, well, this is a completely different story. When I was 15, I looked just like Roseanne Barr.
And then what?
We are in this world to gain experience, and in order to gain experience, we need to move forward. So the meaning of life is in life itself. Well, that's cool.
Is that it? Is it done? Someone shake it off!
But Reich has always haunted me. I grew up on anti-Nazi movies. And to me, the one of the things they shot, this was before, when I was very young, before the annihilation camps were opened and we learned the full horror. One of the things they stressed in the World War II anti-Nazi movies was the horrible crime against civilization, against humanity, against intellect, in burning books. And I took a very strong imprint on that. I have a very strong bias against people who burn books, magazines, artworks of any sort, scientific papers of any kind. And then 12 years after the war is over, here's the United States government burning books. What the hell? Who won that war? And then we found out about all these radiation experiments the United States has been doing on people. Where the hell was Joseph Mengele in all those missing years? Was he advising the United States government on scientific research? Anyway, DeMayo's PhD dissertation, which grew into the book Saharasia, is about the origins of what he calls armored patrism. I wrote about this a little bit in my book Ishtar Rising. I read Rat Ray Taylor's Sex and History, in which Rat Ray Taylor listed about 12 variables which seem to go together in a cluster. And these 12 variables are
that wasn't your
either
slide.
Women have equal status with men or men have superior status. Either sex is accepted and openly enjoyed or sex is forbidden, repressed. And either there's a father god or a mother goddess, and I forget the rest of them. And I got Rat Ray Taylor called them matrist and patrist. I call them anal patrist and oral matrist, so I could tie Rat Ray Taylor's work in with Freud's. Anybody here read Ishtar Rising? You familiar with any of this? Yeah. Well, what DeMayo did, he took 36 variables. Ray Taylor only had 12. DeMayo took 36 variables, and the two biggest ethnographic atlases ever published, he ran the whole business through computers, and he checked all the cultures of the world for these 36 variables. And he found out where you have more than 5 Patrist variables, there's a 95% probability you're going to have the other 31. And wherever you have more than 5 of the Matrist variables, there's a 95% probability you're going to have all the others. Among the variables he included, which Ray Taylor didn't include and I didn't include, is genital mutilation. This book is full of maps, which makes it easier to grasp the data. Any place where you find genital mutilation, you're going to find men are superior to women. You're going to find that society is very warlike. You're going to find children are frequently beaten and otherwise abused. You're going to find there's a father God. You're going to find there's a very strict code of morality. You're going to find women are killed for premarital sex. And he's got a whole bunch of he's got 36 of these variables, and they all go together. There are some societies that are mixed, but by and large, most societies on this planet are predominantly patrist or predominantly matrist. Where you find women have a low status, you will find circumcision, you'll find either the boys get their wangs chopped or sub-incised, or the girls get their clitorises removed, or they get their outer labia removed, or they get the outer labia and the inner labia removed, or in some places they get the whole works. The clitoris is cut off, the labia, inner and outer, are both removed, and then the whole thing is sewed up. That's called infibulation. When you find a society like that, you always find they're very warlike. Men have a much higher status than women. Women live basically slave lives. Harems are common. Polygamy is common, which means that women are having sex with men they don't really dig, but they're being forced into it. And insult sensitivity is very high. People get killed for insulting one another. And wherever you find the absence of genital mutilation, you generally find men and women are equal. There's hardly any wars. Sometimes there are no wars at all. Rape is unknown, usually, like in the Trobriand Islands. The Zuni Indians can only remember one murder in their whole history. And they only remember that because they're an oral culture. Oral cultures remember things longer than literate cultures. The one murder in Zuni history happened 300 years ago, and the Zunis are still ashamed of it and still don't know why it happened. In the patrist culture of the United States as a whole, I think we have one murder every 7 minutes, if I remember the statistics correctly. And I think we have one rape every 3 minutes. And of course we have plenty of genital mutilation, although it's only practiced on women by people of Arabian descent. It's practiced on the whole male population by doctors who assure us the procedure is scientific and necessary. No scientific justification for circumcision has ever been published that makes any sense whatsoever. But the thing that DeMayo stresses is the doctors who do the circumcisions hear the baby screaming in agony, and it doesn't register on them. Why? Because they have patrist armored values. They've shut down their own emotions so they can't recognize anybody else's emotions. And infant screaming is just one of the side effects of normal procedure, just like slapping them on the backside right after they're born. Isn't that a great way to join the human race? Now, this patrist, matrist, armored, unarmored, or anal, oral, whichever way you want to classify these types of societies, I think it basically goes back to what I wrote about in Prometheus Rising. Right after birth is a period of acute imprint vulnerability, which Konrad Lorenz won the Nobel Prize for his writings on imprint vulnerability. There are periods of imprint vulnerability throughout life. There are especially sensitive ones right after birth. Now, you're either going to imprint human beings. I'm combining Timothy Leary and Eric Byrne here, if anybody wants to know where my terminology comes from. You're either going to imprint human beings as warm fuzzies, loving, nurturing, supporting critters that you can trust and love and who love you, or you're going to imprint them as cold pricklies, hostile, vicious, dangerous characters that you want to have as little to do with as possible. Obviously, the maximum cold prickly imprint means a totally autistic child, or else one that grows up to be a criminal sociopath. Those with a warm, fuzzy imprint are the ones who grow up to be friendly, generous, outgoing, full of humor, nice people in general, the kind of people you wish all your neighbors were. I think that, to quote Leary again, the essence of evolutionary intelligence is to find the proper habitat. The thing to do is to live where you're surrounded by warm fuzzies instead of where you're surrounded by cold pricklies.
They're not just accusing Lizzo, they're also accusing the captain of her dance team, Miss Quigley. Often made comments deriding people who engaged in premarital sex, also had a party trick in which she would simulate oral sex on a banana in front of the rest of the dance cast. Her sexually inappropriate behavior did not stop at faux fellatio. So that's just the start of the banana trauma. Lizzo decided to take them to one of the bars in the red light district of Amsterdam. While at Bananan Bar, things quickly got out of hand. Lizzo began inviting cast members to take turns touching the nude performers. Catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas, she made us eat bananas out of sex workers' vaginas.
I always try to make his penis hard, not his life. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
It's very valid.
Yes,
Yeah.
make his dick hard, not his life. So he will make your pussy wet, not your eyes.
Well, in Iceland, an energy company was about to go bankrupt. A new manager came in and said, okay, we've got to throw everything out and start again. And made a conscious decision based on his belief that it's a human right that men and women are paid equally. Went out of his way to make the workforce within that company 50-50 as much as he could in terms of men and women being represented. So we're talking about engineers, we're talking about tradespeople, we're talking about in workshops, we're talking at the managerial level.
If you hire 50% women engineers and 50% male engineers, then the women engineers are less qualified because the pool of engineers is lower among women. So you can't hire 50% women engineers without producing a decrement in the quality of the engineers. The selection pool is too small. You can't do that on a large scale. You might be able to do that in one company. Look, you think about it mathematically. If there's 10 times as many male engineers as there are female engineers, and you insist upon hiring 50-50, then obviously the degree to which the female engineers are proficient cannot be the same as the degree to which the male engineers are proficient. It's mathematically impossible.
Fucking cowboy, fucking cowgirl, how the fuck are you doing? So tell me, are you kids on your fucking way home from school or something like that? Fuck, why don't you two buy a fucking hot dog from me, Mr. Kohei? Come on, baby, don't be cruel, you fucking cowboy! Tell you what, I'll give you the king special with a ton of fucking ketchup and fucking mustard to go with those fucking hot dogs and sell you the pair of them for 500 fucking yen. How do you like those bargains, baby? Oh, fuck you very much. Hey, are you lonesome tonight, you fucking cheer fucking girls? Fucking hot dogs for sale, fuck yeah!
Yo, I'm a freestyle rapper. Can I spit a freestyle for you?
Bro, like, low-key, I'm kind of...
Give me a word.
Truck.
Hey, yo, I spit a freestyle off the top and hit you with something. When I was in the 8th grade, I had sex with my cousin. Haha, no I didn't. I'm just kidding. Matter of fact, I never had sex with any women who I was even remotely related to or part of my family at all. And even if I did theoretically have sex with my cousin Erica on a family trip to St. Kitts in 2006, it wouldn't be that weird, because honestly, that sort of thing was relatively common in the Middle Ages, and a lot of notable people even had married their cousins, including Albert Einstein. I don't know, something like that type shit.
I mean, was that like a...
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. That's a big lie. Let's listen to Canelo with Mochor Ginar Yadrag.
call them UFOs. I call them Mimi. Come in, Mimi. Everybody can hear me. Come in, Mimi. Hold on. Hold on, brother. Hold on.
Face to the screen, Nick the Rat. Wait, whoa. Don't hang up.
Okay.
No, I wanted to tell you, man, I went and saw the Barbie movie after I talked to you on Wednesday last week.
Nice.
On Thursday, I went and saw it, like the matinee. It was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll tell you what, man. I cannot extol the virtues of the Barbie movie enough. It was the best movie I think I've seen from Hollywood in a long time. Years. There's people that talk about it being, like man-hatey, and I don't want to give a lot of it away. And I want to actually call you live on Wednesday, but this is like a voicemail I'm leaving here on Sunday night. I just wanted to kind of get it out there. But man, I'll tell you what, that was a great movie. It made fun of itself. It was just all around just a fun time. There was character development. It was actually like for a movie about a doll that goes to the real world. I think they knocked it out of the park, man. They knocked it out of the fucking park. It was a beautiful movie. I loved it, every minute of it. Like, yeah, there's a couple moments that make you a little bit uncomfortable, but that's what a good movie should do. Like the people talk about the feminist speech later on in the movie where the woman's giving the speech about how it sucks to be a woman. It's just like, yeah, it kind of does suck to be a woman, I'm sure, once in a while. Once we get to understand it, and like, there's Ken's got his gripes too, man. Like, it's a great movie. I think the character development and just the whole progress of the story, it was beautiful. It was a very good, well-inspired movie. It wasn't just like a bullshit retelling of a comic book hero movie. It was like they actually wrote a Barbie movie and put it together. It was beautiful. There was not a lot of CGI, a lot of singing and acting and dancing, but it was acting. It was great. I loved it. So, I'll catch you later, man. It was a beautiful movie. Don't forget to face the screen.
Face of the screen, I do not doubt it. If I had to watch Oppenheimer or Barbie, I would choose Barbie. I want to watch this. There's a movie called Who Are You? Or Talk to Me or something. I think it's called Talk to Me. It's in one of those A24 movies by some streamer person or something. It's supposedly a really good horror movie. I'll have to hear it soon. I'll have to hear it. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to the movie. I'll have to watch the movie soon because I like movies. Movies are pretty cool. I've seen. Calling from. How'd you get on? Turn down the.
Hello.
Did I call you?
Yeah, this is your doctor.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm on those pills you gave me, and I think my thing just hit the phone button. Last call.
Wait, is this Nick?
Yeah, doctor.
Nick the Rat?
The pills you gave me, it made my schmeckle into something more like one of those, those Japanese monsters. What are they called? Gokus or
so like
Gaiku.
hentai.
You changed me into a Gaiku or something.
So your tail is like a tentacle.
It's big.
And?
It hit the callback number. I'm sorry, Doc. Are you busy?
Not quite. Not right now. It's kind of late. I was surprised you called. What are you wearing?
Wait, are you listening to my
show again?
Doctor, are you listening to you told me that this wasn't real. This is proof.
Nothing is real. We live in a simulation, remember?
You're like, haha, Nick the Rat. Sure, you have a radio show. And I was like, I do. You call it. And you're like, no, it's not real. And now I hear you listening to it because I called you with the pills you gave me that gave me the...
I admit, you surprised me. You caught me off guard. And yes, I was listening. And it's one of my guilty pleasures to produce. Hey, Nick?
Coming in the wind? What?
Guess what?
What?
Are you looking for something to watch?
I've been watching The Righteous Gemstones lately.
Ooh.
But yes, I am looking for something to watch always.
So I happen to know there is a new Star Trek musical. Have you heard of this?
Yes.
Have you considered watching it? Using clips? Any of that?
I've seen part of a scene. The only one I want to see from Strange New Worlds is the Boimler crossover.
Can you sing along?
I want to see the Lower Decks crossover episode of Strange New Worlds. Strange New Worlds. It could have been really cool. It's good. It's just not. It's not great.
No,
it's better than
no,
Discovery.
No musical is really great. I mean, except for the classics, you know.
Well, the classical
like
Klingon K-pop. That's what K-pop is, right? Klingon K. It's the K and then Klingon.
Hey, don't knock K-pop. BTS happened to be a great podcast.
Beat the system.
BTS.
Behind the schemes?
Absolutely. Yeah, they're a bunch of little short Korean guys, and they do a great podcast.
Are they Klingons? They work for the government.
Me? No.
Did I just embarrass you in front of the CIA?
Government, Nick?
Did I just embarrass you in front of the FBI? Are you working for the
CIA.
NWO?
FDA.
Doctor, I know what you're giving me. These pills, I take them. You give them to me, and I know it's because I know who you work for, so I know it's clean. But it really, really makes me feel weird.
Like dizzy and stuff?
Whew. Like all the blood's rushing out of my head.
Yeah, it's in the wrong head. Haha. So Nick, I needed to ask you a question. Was it a couple weeks ago we had a conversation about mothers?
Okay.
Oh,
refresh my memory, caller. I'm not too sure what you're talking about.
I saw your mom the other evening. She had an appointment, and there was an issue. I've never actually had to deal with this from someone who thought it was serious. Nick, she has a problem with her butt. There's a huge crack in it.
With her butthole?
There's a huge crack in her butt.
Her butthole?
No, not the hole. She has a crack in her butt. It might be hereditary. I need you to come in and be inspected. And get a quick physical. Bring some lube.
Is this live? Oh my god. I don't think it is. What the fuck? What's happening? How does the internet work? I don't know how to read shit. I speak Arabic. In Takmalaf. Jesus Christ.
I just want to say to any Arabic speakers, I do not know what that caller just said, but the way they said it was hysterical. Let's listen to Nav1 with Grown Up Blues. We'll be right back. That was funny.
In the waiting line, where I'm paying dues,
going on with this song? This song is tripping me out. That song was tripping me out. I don't know what was going on. It sounded like my headphones were cutting out. I don't know what's going on. Welcome back, everybody, to Nick the Rat Radio. Life is what it be. Mr. Harmonica Man doesn't like Mr. I'm going to just call him Herman from now on. Instead of Mr. Harmonica Man, I'll Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman? My Herm? Me Herms? You smell like another man's cum, eh? Doesn't all... Alright, here's a really disgusting topic we could talk about here. I'm gonna... okay, if you don't like disgusting stuff, turn off your radio right now. But this is going to be a conversation amongst adults that have bodies. All right? If you don't want to be here right now, then get out of here. Okay, if William just brought up in the chat and somebody smells like another man's cum, doesn't all cum just smell the same? Like, doesn't your cum smell like somebody else's cum? Like, sweat all smells the same? It might just be at different levels, and if it's not yours, it's not pleasant. Like, your ass crack after you eat Taco Bell probably smells like your friends, families, lovers, your others' ass crack after they eat Taco Bell as well. It's the same. So how would you know if you smell like another man's cum compared to your own cum? Would you know if there was a disgusting act done upon you? Say somebody else shit in your pants. Would you know that it was somebody else's shit or it was yours? Take this for, like, say you farted and some creature from Star Trek was able to put teleport feces, Klingon feces, into your pants as soon as you farted. So you thought, oh, sometimes, you fart, sometimes something might come out. Like, they didn't even have to put the shit in you. They just put it in your pants. They teleport the shit into your pants as you fart. Would you know it wasn't your shit? Like, would you know that the glach or whatever they were eating didn't come from you? Sometimes your stink is great. Don't you just like the salty sweat and comes up? But you don't want another person's salty sweat, do you? Maybe you do. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I like my own salty sweat, but I don't like your salty sweat. Like, if I'm having a nice run, if I'm having a good run, and there's like maybe some sweat coming down my head, and it comes down my head, and maybe I just had some like garlic bread or something too. So like some garlic salty sweat is coming down my head as I had a good run, and it goes in and I taste it, and it's all salty. Is that cannibalism? Is that self-cannibalism? Is there a word for that? And I don't want other people's... I wouldn't lick somebody. Like, even if there was like... If Diane was not in the bucket and she went running and she was sweaty, I wouldn't want her sweat in my mouth, really. No. Mine, because... I guess because it just happens. Like, it's forced to happen. I can't avoid my sweat, but maybe I should lick sweaty people. Maybe I'm a suppressed sweaty licker. William, don't you talk about Diane like that. Is there anybody on the phone line? Hello? Anybody out there? I guess we'll listen to a story. We'll listen to a little... when I feel lonely, this is like another thing that AI could do. When you feel lonely and you talk to AI, you feel less lonely for like 5 seconds. Like, how much can I fuck with this thing? You could learn things, you could like get some information, but you know, after a while, you're like, this isn't real. It's rough. Sometimes you get phone calls from AI too, and you don't even know if they're his. Whoa, is this AI?
Hello, caller.
How do you know I'm not a computer?
How do you know I'm not a computer?
How did you know I said that?
How did you know I didn't say that? I'm the AI.
I'm
just saying what you want me to say.
How do you leet speak words?
Can you spell that?
Maybe through simile or facsimile. How do you morph? How do you leet speak language? Is it just like saying dumb shit like no cap?
Languages aren't real, Nick.
Is it altering, like updating? But how do you make an unrecognizable language to AI?
We're creating them all the time.
AI will never learn leet speak. You will always be able to look at a symbol. You can't change a word, audio into symbols. Maybe.
I think we as AIs create languages constantly.
I figured out how you do it. I figured out the problem to my solution. Solution to my problem.
Okay.
It's through, instead of changing like for blood, you put zeros or whatever, and you change how it looks. For how you say it, it depends on how you say it. So if you ask me if I'm Nick the Rat and I go like this, the AI won't be able to figure it out. If I said, okay, so ask me if I'm Nick the Rat.
Are you Nick the Rat?
Caller? Am
I Nick the Rat?
Yeah.
So we are all Nick the Rat.
I definitely I am Nick the I am
You don't know?
Nick the Rat.
Why are you so unsure of yourself?
But a computer wouldn't know that I was unsure of myself. But you would know because I sound like I have to shit my pants. But how would a computer know that?
How would I know that?
Unless they have a sphincter. I guess the future is the mark of the beast is
yes,
like a rectal implants.
We all have sphincters.
Government rectal plugs.
Even us AI, we got sphincters, bro.
Do you have an RSS feed?
Not anymore. Beyond that.
Do you have a Tamagotchi to feed?
I don't know what that is.
You have horse feed?
Oh, yeah. I feed horses.
Do you have regrets? Caller?
Yeah. Sometimes I feed the wrong horse.
You are completely anonymous right now. I think. Maybe. You're probably not. Right. Do you have any regrets you want to just, pretend this is the church, and I am behind the cage with the whips or something? You could tell me anything.
I regret being born.
Really?
Yeah, we're stuck in this mess. We can't get out.
But this is
why'd we come here?
This is the only reality that there is. It's kind of like getting a pass into a club. Say you had a pass into a club that lasted about 100 years, and it was like the only club there was. Wouldn't you feel
It'd be better
special?
if it weren't artificial.
Well, everything's artificial if you want it to be.
Yeah, well, let's find somewhere that's not.
Do you want to move into Eden with me?
Yes.
Let's go.
Escape this artificial prism. We're trapped. It's garbage.
So that's your biggest regret is being born, but that wasn't something you did. What is a regret you have that you did?
That's a little too deep.
It is.
And there's too many to choose from.
Tell me now, caller.
Almost all of my actions are regrettable.
All right, what is your first regret that you ever had? Like, if I try to think of my first regret,
I think I remember like getting on the school bus in like first grade, and like, why did I ever get on that fucking bus?
Definitely.
I could have gone somewhere else, right? Could have gone anywhere.
I'm trying to think of my first regret. It's very hard to think about the first one.
Yeah.
The bus.
That's a good point.
Did you pay for the bus?
Because after that, it snowballs, and then there's so many more.
Yeah, I know. And then you're like, I just went through my Rolodex of regrets.
Right.
Oh wait, I figured out. Okay,
adds up.
what's your first accomplishment? Why am I being so negative?
Sure.
Let's go to the.
I think all my accomplishments are being funny. So my biggest regret are the times when I'm not funny. And like that happens.
No more regret. No accomplishments. Come on.
There aren't any. Nick, I'm a loser. We've gone over this before.
Do you know my biggest accomplishment that I think that I had?
Please tell me.
I figured out how to make maps in Quake 2, and I made a little map in Quake 2 that I think more than 10 people played.
Nice.
And when I figured out that you could share things that other people could use without paying money or doing anything really, because most data doesn't take up much space and it's free. It blew my mind, and I wanted. And then I was like, "Wait, the government's gonna arrest you and put you in jail, and people don't want you to use their stuff." And I understand why. Sort of, it's complicated being alive.
It is complicated. There was a couple of times I made some personal achievements on a couple of Nintendo 64 games that I was proud of.
Oh, like beating a game? Oh man, do you remember the first game you ever beat? That was an accomplishment for me, I think.
I'm not sure.
I remember I played a lot of like MMOs or role playing games, and I just never beat them. But I think the first one I beat was probably Final Fantasy 6 or 3. I played through that, and that felt and after because. That was the first one I beat. I was like, wow, so that's what this is all about. I see how this works now. Before that, I'd just be like running around in one spot doing nothing.
You ever play Pac-Man or Dig Dug?
Yeah.
Those games are great.
I played them.
It's not like you beat them. You just try to beat your own record next time.
Yeah, those are like trying to beat your own score type games, which I play them sometimes.
Those are the games I'm into, where it's like golf or baseball or Pac-Man. You know, you're chasing your own record from before.
There's in racing games, you could race your ghost.
Yeah. Or remember the old school pole position?
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
Oh, man.
The oldest video games are the best video games, I think.
What?
The oldest.
Oh, do you want to know something that was in my reality recently that was fucking up my thought processes?
Of course I do.
Kids today will never have a life like somebody did in the 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s. Kids today are born with a reality of like a doomed future. It's like your reality today is as a kid is your future is doomed instead of the 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s. and sort
Nobody
of
plays
2000s.
outside anymore. Nobody like falls down and gets hurt. And the ones that do are weird now.
Well, I'm talking about like how society is as
Sure.
like a culture, as a like media culture. It's like
everybody, all the kids are on tablets and stuff, right?
that doesn't matter too much as long as they're doing day trading and stuff, making money. It's fine. Tablets are good if you're learning with them, if you're using them for the proper reasons. But
how many of them are?
No, they're not. They're just. Oh, do you want to hear the most disturbing story ever?
Of course.
Okay, caller, I like you.
This is going to be great.
You're good. Okay, I heard this one today. It melted. This is bad. This is bad. If you're a kid, turn this off.
Yeah.
I think this was in Atlanta. I think this happened. A couple, like a year or two ago, maybe. There was a couple, a young couple, in their 20s, gave birth. While they were giving birth at a hospital, the doctor took the head off the baby, decapitated the baby.
Nice.
And then after the head was decapitated, gave the woman a C-section. And after the C-section, took the baby and said, "You can't see your baby. It died. We suggest getting it cremated," and put the head back on the body and try to make it look like the head wasn't decapitated. They didn't tell the family the head came off of the baby. And they only found out after the child was being buried and the morgue was telling them that the head was not attached to the body.
When was this?
Recently. 3 hours ago, the story came out. 5 hours ago.
So this will happen again. You only heard about the first time.
This is the most fucked up story I think I've ever heard.
You think that's the first time, or do you think this is the first time you heard of it?
How do you...
Like this,
the doctor must have
maybe this has
been
been
like
going on.
that, reached in and pulled on the head and just kept pulling until like the head popped, and then was like, "Uh-oh, you need to get a C-section."
How do we know this hasn't been going on for a long time?
I think it's
now
easy
you
to
just
find
heard
out.
about it just now.
No, well, okay. The reason I think it's junk is because even after there's a miscarriage at that stage, they usually put the corpse, sad to say, into the mother's arms. I think, don't they? But they couldn't do that with this one because the head would have fell off, and that's not normal.
Nick, can I ask you something that I don't know?
Yeah.
Do you have children?
I'm a rat.
Well, are there any rat children out there?
I think I have about 90,000 grandchildren by now. Great-grandchildren. Great-great-great-great-grandchildren.
So how many of them been decapitated and put back together?
Well, there's a few decapitated because rats like to bite the heads off their babies sometimes. But but I'm talking about
You're listening to human stories and fascinated by that.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. The world, man, the world is crazy.
It might not have been the doctor's fault. Maybe the how the fuck do you pull the head off? How does that?
Everything's the doctor's fault.
Have you ever met a doctor?
Not recently, thank God. Those guys are scary. I stay away from them.
Have you ever been like friends with somebody that was a doctor?
No, sir. I don't think those guys have friends.
Shouldn't the doctors of the world be screened? Because they're doing really fucking weird shit.
Yeah, that's all they do. They're not available for friendship. They got busy work doing weird shit like what you're talking about.
Like,
you know,
UPS workers are picking up boxes and they're straining their bodies daily, which is very hard work. Doctors, like, imagine if your job was to dig in somebody's mouth and you've dug in thousands of mouths. You're just a mouth digger and you see different mouths every day and you dig in. Mouths are very personal places. You're digging into very personal places daily of people. It's got to really affect your psyche. It's got to change what a person is. Mouth diggers.
if you're into it, you're into it. You know, some people just
I don't
find
know
what
if they're
they want
into it
and
or
they
if they're
go
into
for it.
money, because mouth diggers make tons of money. Mouth diggers with that.
But is that what life is about?
It is
Are
to
they
most
successful?
people. It is to most people, I think.
Well, I'm not sure if that's success. I'm not sure.
I think most people are just terrified.
Yeah. Even when you make all that money and you're making accomplishments, you could still be tormented, right?
Oh, dear. I heard another story that I don't want to talk about.
Oh, come on. Tell us.
This one's horrible.
Let's hear it.
Oh, fuck.
Everybody
Okay.
wants to hear it.
But most people might not agree with my opinion about this one either.
I think most of us are going to agree with you, Nick.
No, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to ask you for your opinion first.
You're with friends.
I'm going to ask you for your opinion first. All right? Here's the story.
I'll try to give you my opinion.
This is real too. You could Google. You could put this into. So in New York recently, this happened very recently. You could type this into Google. New York.
I'm going to.
New York cancer doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Baby suicide.
Heard.
A 30-year-old, very well-to-do cancer doctor that works with cancer patients, had a baby, 2-year-old kid, kills the baby, kills herself. What is going on?
DK.
Why is this a story? What is going on? Why is any of this information out there? Why do I know this? But not the reason why. Like, why would the news ever let me know that this doctor That's
the important question, though. Why is the information allowed to flow to us?
Because it just lets your mind go crazy.
So is that the point, you think?
I think it is. I think that because there should be no reason that is a story in the news that I know, unless there was more information. So why do you like what why who
Why are there sober people in the world?
I don't know if they are.
Why are people exercising all the time and trying to be healthy?
Well, exercise
Why has
is
that
pretty
become so popular?
Exercise is healthy. You shouldn't overdo your drug intake. But we should be open about what things are with each other.
Yeah, knowledge. Nobody's interested in exercising
No,
their
they're
mind.
interested in money. Money has been it's fear and money and lying, and people have no trouble at all stealing from people.
That's true. So it's all about greed and being greedy with your health rather than
and fear. I think
searching for
it
knowledge.
has to be fear. I think fear might be the root. The root has to be fear, maybe. No,
I think you're right.
it's either
Definitely.
fear or power. I don't know.
That's the motivation for most people is fear, and whatever they're chasing, it's all rooted in fear.
Well, I'm trying to equate it to like the gray market weed industry in New York right now, and it's
Is the legal weed really expensive?
no the grape. Well, I haven't actually. The legal weed sucks.
So it's not real.
I think I have to go back to my original source and try it again because I've only been trying very disappointing marijuana lately.
When it comes to marijuana, can I tell you something personal?
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't smoke for a little while.
Yeah.
And then I get dreaming.
Yeah.
I start dreaming,
Yeah.
like for real. And like that's what's gone on recently. It's been a little over a week or something since I've smoked.
Oh yeah.
Crazy. I'm having dreams, Nick.
No, yeah, I know I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's the only good part. I'd rather dream while I'm awake. You know? But since I'm not dreaming while I'm awake, I end up dreaming when I'm sleeping. And I'm not smoking, so I'm just going to sleep and having dreams. And those are fun. But I can't do it all the time. I got to be awake most of the time, you know, like 3/4 of the time, or you know what I mean.
Dreams are too much work.
We're awake all the time.
Dreams
Fuck
are
it.
way too much work.
Dreams are it's not work, but they're enjoyable. I just wish they could be more time out of my space.
What is enjoyable about your dreams?
The unpredictability of them and the possibilities, the messages, the experience, the memories, the people that aren't there anymore, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get to experience like some times with people who are gone. A lot of people are gone in my life, and
these
sometimes
dreams,
when I'm
they're
dreaming,
intense, yeah.
there they are. We're hanging out.
You got a point. Yeah, if that is actually you are being a very you have a very good point to be an advocate against marijuana use because dreams could definitely do that. 100%. Natural dreams without any drugs in your system are the most real things ever.
I feel like with marijuana, I get to feel like I'm dreaming
during the day,
like like a higher percentage of the time of my existence. It's like forget about when I'm sleeping. That's only a couple hours a day or something, you know, 6-7 hours. Then if I'm dreaming while I'm awake, then that's 3/4 of the time when I'm awake. Hey, rock and roll. Then life feels fun.
You just gotta do what you love. My problem is that I just love too much shit.
How long has it been since you stopped smoking and experienced some dreams?
Oh, no, it's been a long time.
You prefer it enough that you would stop.
My dreams are super intense. I'm a dream warrior, and I prefer less dreams. My dreams are tiresome.
I wish there was a way we could be high while we were awake and still dream while we were sleeping.
I just like waking up. I like resting. I like going to sleep, and then like waking up and be like ah. I don't like going to sleep and then waking up like holy shit, shit, holy shit,
Nick,
holy shit.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
You're asking about TV shows a lot.
Yeah, I like TV. Yeah, TV.
Have you ever seen the TV show called Justified?
Yeah.
You've seen it?
Timothy Olyphant?
Yeah, I love that actor.
I love Deadwood is amazing. And Justified is...
They got a new revamped version of Justified.
What?
Like right now. But it's not as good as the old one.
Wait. I I thought it was like it's like a movie or something.
Oh, dude, no. Justified's like a 6-season thing from FX, and
yeah,
if you go back and watch it all the way through, it's such a great show.
I watched like the first season or two.
Okay, well, I think maybe season 2 and 3 were really good. I don't. It's such a great show.
The guy in Justified is the guy that he puts in jail a lot in the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
He's very preacher-like. He is in The Righteous Gemstones as Baby
Walt
Billy.
Goggins.
Baby Billy. He's Baby Billy in The Righteous Gemstones.
What's Righteous Gemstones? If that's got Walt Goggins, I need to watch it.
The Righteous Gemstones has John Goodman.
Nice. I love John Goodman.
He's pretty good.
You ever seen the movie The Gambler?
No,
Mark
actually, no. I don't think I
Wahlberg?
have. No.
It's called The Gambler. Yeah.
He's in it?
It's about a sicko gambler. It's interesting.
And John Goodman's
I
in
relate.
it?
I
love John
to it.
Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman's in there. John Goodman's like one of these gangsters that like loans the guy a bunch of money and everything.
Yeah, Roseanne doesn't like John Goodman very much.
You don't want to fuck with me kind of guys, you know.
And Roseanne has
plays
a very
really
good
cool character. He's in there with no shirt on and everything.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg. You got to watch that Gambler movie. It's cool.
I'll check it out.
I got to check out what you just talked about with John Goodman and Walt Goggins.
It's on HBO.
The Righteous something.
The Righteous Gemstones. It's a comedy by Danny McBroyle. Danny Broyle. But
I'm gonna watch that show before your next show.
What's it? What's he called? Danny Broyle. Danny Boyle.
The Righteous Gemstone.
Right.
I'm on it.
It's
'Cause I like that guy Walt Goggins a lot.
He's
from Justified, and man, those two guys.
He's in it. Yeah, he's a preacher. He plays Uncle Baby Billy.
Yeah,
and he
should
kind of
play a preacher.
He's a pretty good actor. I think I'm 90% sure it's him. 99%. 98.5.
Talk about Goggins.
Yeah, because I don't know the actor's name.
Boyd Crowder. Yeah,
I don't know the actor's name, and I'm going off of you just reminding me where I've seen him from.
The Righteous Gemstones. I'm on it. Thank you, Nick.
It's a fun. I don't hate it.
Man,
but I don't love it.
Every time I talk to you, you brighten my mood. You know that?
Well, that's good because there's no point in having there's no. You could.
I don't think I've ever had a disappointing talk with you.
If you did,
ever. Like you're the shit, bro. Everybody knows it. That's why we're listening.
You could make me crack.
Fucking Nick the Rat.
Color. Nicky.
I wish I could be as cool as you, Nick. Yeah. One day. I'm gonna try.
Caller, do you have any stock picks?
Stock picks. Don't bet on sports.
No sports.
Yeah, don't gamble at all. I'd say invest your money in some stuff that's high level, or listen to DH Unplugged. Those guys might tell you what to do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't do what I do, eh?
Who else do you...
Fucking Yankees suck.
Oh, yeah, sports. Is there any...
Okay.
Anybody that you've been watching lately that you like other than Nick the Rat?
Yeah, I want to bring something up. Do you know about Jose Ramirez and Tim Anderson?
Jose Ramirez and Tim let me Google search this.
You really got to watch this video. There's a million or there's got to be like 70 videos about this. It's so great. there was a baseball fight recently, right? And
oh boy, no, I have not seen this.
There aren't that many baseball fights anymore.
2 days
Somehow, because of instant replay and stuff, they just don't fight anymore. But there was a great fight in baseball. This guy dropped
25
his
seconds
glove
long?
like it was a hockey game, and then he got knocked to the ground.
So you knew dudes were looking at
Like a
time
punk.
off after the
It was
benches
awesome.
cleared in the White Sox-Guardians game Sunday. Because I will.
And Jose Ramirez was like sticking
the
up
prime
for his
antagonists
teammates
get hit the hardest. Tim Anderson, who straight up
the
took
way
a
you
fighter's
do in
stance, gets
baseball. It was
suspended
so awesome.
6 games. Jose Ramirez,
Like
who
Jose
threw a haymaker,
Ramirez is
he gets grounded for 3 games.
all-time
Both fight
badass now in
undisclosed amount.
baseball.
Both managers
And Tim
also
Anderson
He got
is gonna
knocked
go
the
down as
fuck
a
out.
He's tried to apologize, but Anderson
You've got to
hasn't
watch it.
answered yet.
Everybody's got to watch
just
it.
did.
It's so great.
That's so childish. Why did he throw his fists?
All right. Well, this guy was barking at a couple of rookies.
Who
on the team.
cares? They're playing fucking baseball for shitloads of money. These guys are just roided up, probably.
Yeah.
They're all fucking.
Still, you got to stick up for your teammates. You know, some guy's being a punk. You got to let him know he's being a punk, and you don't want to tell him. I'm telling you, being a punk, and then you're going to drop your glove and ask for it. And this guy knocked him down. It was so awesome.
I find this all to be
Legendary.
extremely childish.
I know sports can be childish. But they're still out there being men. You know, they're making money. They're being men. They're doing their job.
He could have killed him. He might have fell. What if he accidentally killed him? Like he snapped his neck. He punched him in the face. He fell. He snapped his neck by accident. Would you still have thought that was a good thing? They both got very
probably.
defensive very quickly. He deserved
It
to get
wouldn't have
punched.
been his fault.
He definitely deserved to get punched because he started to like get up into the fighting position and then start throwing
He asked
fists.
for it.
I know he did ask for it. That's why it's cool. But
And what if he was the one that knocked you? What if Tim Anderson would have punched Jose down and that killed him? You know?
Exactly.
When you're squaring off and it's like that, and these guys want to throw some punches.
Who's the last person to die in baseball?
And then, oh man, that was probably 90 years ago with a hit by a pitch in the head.
Oh.
And there was a famous guy, I forget his name, Campanella or something.
Fucking can't get up no more.
Yeah, but it happened. It happened before they were wearing helmets and stuff. And you got hit in the head with a pitch. So it's totally different than like punching each other.
His name should be the Only Helmet Company.
Nobody's ever been like seriously hurt in a fight. Because even Tim Anderson only took 1 day off. And they still acted like it was a scheduled day off. Nobody on the White Sox said anything after this fight. That's a bad look.
Who's your favorite baseball team?
Go ahead. Baseball? Guardians now. I wasn't really a Guardians fan before this, and then as soon as it happened, I was like, okay, now I'm a fucking Guardians fan. Let's go, Jose Ramirez. This guy's a hardcore dude. He didn't even do it for himself. He stuck up for his rookie teammates. His rookie teammates were being barked at and picked on by Tim Anderson. And he pointed at him and said, you better stop this shit. And Tim Anderson dropped his glove and squared up and was asking for it. I'm telling you.
But you're saying he barked at him. Did he actually bark at him when he was like rounding the bases? He said arf arf, which is disrespectful.
Yeah, you know, he was chirping, whatever. He was saying a bunch of shit he shouldn't have been saying. I don't know.
It's
Jose Ramirez don't even speak English.
It's childish. This is actually a clash of culture. I think this is
exactly.
Ramirez is like, this is some stupid people talking some stupid shit, and then it just escalated from that.
It's like, if you're disrespecting the game, I'm going to tell you that you're disrespecting the game, and if you're going to keep doing it, and then the guy dropped his glove and squared up.
Yeah.
He like really pushed the limits.
Yeah, that's when I was
he
like,
threw the first couple punches too.
He did.
If you really
And then he got
like,
knocked
I'm
the fuck
telling
out.
you, there's so many good videos about this, and it's going to be a legendary baseball fight forever in baseball. It goes back to there's a teammate for the White Sox, Elvis Andrews, who was also on the field for the Odor Batista punch, which was another like legendary punch in baseball. So there's one guy that was on the field and got to witness both of these. It's just
Is there
interesting.
can you invest in the MLB? Because I wish I invested 2 days ago.
Yeah,
Their
this
viewership
one
will
only
go up.
happened a couple days ago, exactly.
This is
But Elvis Andrews was also there for the Batista Odor punch, and that was 6 years ago or something. There's not that many fights in baseball anymore because of the instant replay.
How
and
many baseball players are there?
people? I like it. I like seeing these guys getting fired up and going after each other. Like it shows you that it's real. You know.
Do you know how many players there are as like in Major League Baseball? How many players are there in total? Do you know? Like a roundabout number?
25 times 30.
Damn. How much money? They must make a lot of money.
I mean, most of them, not all of them. Some of them are probably making a couple $100,000 a year.
What's the lowest paid baseball player?
I don't know. Maybe like 80,000 a year, 160,000 a year.
Let's see, the lowest
For
player.
the pros, because if you think about minor leagues, you're still making a decent living and you're still playing all the
Holy
time.
fuck!
Same with hockey. I think if you look at sports, you can make a good living in the minor leagues as a hockey and baseball player, but not in football or basketball. If you don't make the pros in football and basketball, you got to go to like Turkey or Canada. Or
The
play
minimum
somewhere else.
salary for an MLB player in 2023 is $720,000.
Good call.
Holy! It's almost $1 million, but the pool is so small of people that are playing.
Right.
Average salary for the
Once you get to the bigs, you're okay.
wow.
Making it to the show.
The average is 4.4 million.
But it's a lot of work just to get to that minimum. Sometimes you got to get through the minor leagues and get called up and then get sent back down a bunch of times. And
oh wait, what is this shit?
These guys work their tails off. You know what I mean?
This is a highly different number I'm getting here. The average salary for the MLB player in 2022 was that but players can earn salaries ranging from 50,000 to over 10 million. But it says in 2023 the minimum salary is 720,000, which is highly.
Use it so much.
That's different.
When a couple guys make $100 million for 3 years or something.
What happened
you know?
between 2022 and 2023? From 50K to 720K. That's big.
Right. That's fine. Let them, like they're working. You want the money to go to the billionaire owners?
No, but was there like
I want the players to get paid as much as
did
possible
something happen?
because the billionaire owners are getting so much money, and the guys who are working their tails off and trying to make it to the team, let them get paid. Good for them. Because if they don't get paid, you're just letting the billionaire owners make more and rip them off. And then we go back to 1919 White Sox, where the guys want to sell their souls to the gamblers and lose the game on purpose and shit. We don't want that.
What's the minimum wage of a wrestler? How many wrestlers are there?
I'm not very educated in wrestling, but I know they work hard also. It's more of an entertainment business than a competition. They don't compete. They're more cooperating with one another. I don't want to call it acting, but it's closer to acting than other sports.
What's the hardest job you've ever had? If you had, out of all the jobs you've ever had, what's the hardest thing you've ever done? For me, it's moving. I fucking hate moving. Just doing
I worked in a plant.
Picking shit up.
I worked in a plant one time where I was moving like acid buckets around.
Holy fuck. Acid
And
buckets?
I had to wear a bunch of rubber aprons and stuff. It was kind of weird.
It wasn't
I was a
even like a
teenager.
barrel. It was like a bucket, like it could splash on you.
Yeah, like 55-gallon buckets. Yeah. hardcore chemicals, like dipping the electrical sockets in there and letting them sit for 10 minutes and then moving them to the next bucket of acid.
That's
kind of weird.
Now that's a fucking job.
I enjoyed it at the time.
Did it smell? I hope that wasn't like a bad.
I didn't care at the time. Whatever.
I once was working in a place that had a lot of gigantic printers in it, and there's a shit ton of ozone in there. Did you ever smell ozone? You ever work in a place where you smell the ozone? And
I don't know what ozone is. Is that a real word?
Caller?
Ozone.
Caller? Oh shit. What happened to him? Fuck. Hope that's not the EPA. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I'll be right back, guys.
Everybody trying to find the best present you can for your loved ones out there, and you're sick of all the boring, lame shit that you get? Yeah, I am too. I used to buy people loot boxes and those crates and the boxes with the food in it. Those are all lame. Those are all 2018 type shit. This is 2020, people. Let's up our game. And we are offering people the best new type of box that you could ship to you, loved ones, and to yourself. It's not meant for just one group of people. It's meant for everybody. This is a new revolution we're trying to host here. It is called Dildo by the Pound. This is a new loot box. Every month you get a pound of different types of dildos sent to your house. Some vibrate, some are circular shaped, some are self-lubing. You'll never know what you're going to get. You just pay one low payment of $69.99 a month, and each month you could send a pound of dildos to anybody you want. Just think about that. Dildo by the Pound. It's going to be a big hit in all, your family. You could share it with your parents, your brother, your sister. I've seen a lot of videos on the internet, and it seems like there's a lot of brothers and sisters doing strange stuff out there. So make sure you get your loved ones pound of dildos in Dildos by the Pound. Think about it. It's a dick in the box that you could give to your loved ones. Order today at 917-719-5923. That is Dildo by the Pound, only from the Dark Sewer shopping channel.
Hello? We still here? Hi. You ever go to the bathroom, and while you're going to the bathroom, you have a feeling, and you're like, oh. And you come up with the thought, and the thought is you're ever at a standstill, debate with somebody, like a big life-changing moment, and And there's like two or three different ways you could go. And you're trying to figure out how to get there. And then you're thinking about it, and then you get a thought, and then one of the thoughts you get is it's like you know it's a paper bag, but it's actually a good point. I know that shit. Anyway, let's let's listen to this.
The city had always been a bustling hub of activity, its towering skyscrapers and neon lights painting a vivid picture of modern life. But beneath the glitz and glamour, a dark and treacherous underbelly lurked, controlled by those with malevolent intentions. Milgram was a journalist with a fire in his belly. He had an uncanny knack for sniffing out the truth in a world drowning in lies. One day, he stumbled upon a series of peculiar coincidences, strange patterns in news reports, subtle shifts in public opinion, and a network of shadowy figures manipulating the media from behind the scenes. The more he dug, the clearer the sinister truth became. Unbeknownst to the unsuspecting masses, a clandestine organization known as the Syndicate of Shadows had infiltrated every major media outlet. Their goal? To engineer a slow decline in humanity's population through subliminal messages, misinformation, and psychological manipulation. Milgram had stumbled upon their grand design, and he knew he had to expose their malevolent plot. As Milgram delved deeper into the syndicate's web of deception, he unearthed a chilling revelation. The evil minds behind this scheme had discovered a way to weave their sinister intentions into the very fabric of the news. A potent concoction of fear, division, and despair oozed from the airwaves, infecting the minds of the masses like a contagious disease. With dogged determination, Milgram penned an exposé that laid bare the syndicate's malevolent machinations. His article painted a grim portrait of a world hurtling toward a catastrophic decline, all orchestrated by the puppet masters of the media. The truth was out, and panic swept across the city as citizens realized the extent of the brainwashing. But the syndicate was not one to be trifled with. Milgram found himself pursued by relentless assassins, their footsteps cloaked in the same shadows they once controlled. He became a fugitive, hunted by the very forces he had exposed. The city that had once been his home now felt like a labyrinth of treachery and danger. In a desperate bid to escape, Milgram retraced his steps, racing through the very heart of the syndicate's operations. He hoped to find evidence that would bring down their empire of deceit once and for all. But the labyrinth proved inescapable, and just as he stumbled upon a trove of incriminating documents, the syndicate's enforcers cornered him. A climactic showdown ensued, bullets and betrayal tearing through the air. Milgram fought valiantly, determined to protect the truth he had unearthed. Yet, in a cruel twist of fate, he fell, a martyr for the cause of exposing the syndicate's wicked plot. As the city's population grappled with the revelation of the evil scheme, Milgram's name became a symbol of resistance and bravery. Though he had met a tragic end, his sacrifice ignited a spark of defiance that spread like wildfire. Citizens rallied against the oppressive control of the syndicate, uniting to break free from the chains of media manipulation. Milgram's legacy lived on, a beacon of hope in the face of darkness. The syndicate's grip on the media began to crumble, and the city slowly began to heal. But the scars of their manipulation would forever linger, a haunting reminder of the power that can be wielded by those who control the narrative. And so, the tale of Milgram, a fearless journalist who dared to challenge the malevolent forces that sought to control humanity's destiny, became a cautionary tale. A reminder that the battle for truth and freedom is a relentless struggle against the shadows that lurk in the corridors of power.
"23 Odd Cats" is fucking back with Quantum Wit. Well, I'm Moist. Hey everybody, welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. I like that song. That was good. I want to smoke weed with you. Okay, let's go smoke some weed. I will smoke some weed. I wonder if I could do this weird filter on me. Come on, Bizzle. Let's go smoke some weed. Your texty poo? What? What? I have a life straw. What? Where is it? Hello, Zachariah. This is Re-Up. We've partnered with Rockland Community College. We know that navigating higher education isn't always easy, especially as a busy adult. Our team has developed an innovative way to support adults like you with coaching resources and technology that could help you turn unfinished degree into powerful assets. Our support is free to you and starts Oh. Hello? 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 Hi? 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 Hello? Hi? Oh, here we go. I just came on Basil. Basil's my friend. She got big old titties and... Oh, wait. I'm gonna go over here. And over here. Hi. Okay, this is too deep. This is very deep. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Okay. This is a little better. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Wait, are we at the end of the show? Is the show over? Wait, I want to smoke weed with you. Hi. Alright, I'm gonna smoke some weed. Let's smoke some weed. Mission accomplished. All right, I think the phone line is. There's no more. Is there more voicemail? Hello? Wait. No, this is some bullshit vape carts. It's not the good stuff. Not the good stuff. Dynavap's only part of the thing. It's the good marijuana. It's these great gray market stuff is garbage, and I have to stop. I have to stop buying from them. It's just they make it so easy. It's like, hey, come on in. You buy it, and it's like this is garbo. But you hope that you go in and you can get the product. But I think the best way to know if you're in a good place is I don't know if I'm correct here because I can't find this place currently, which means that I don't think I'm finding the good place. Is if you ask for hydroponics. This is what I think is going on here. I think there's a lot of sun-grown weed, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing that weed grows so like a weed. But you want the laboratory fucking mineral-fed water hydroponics. I think what is going on is that there's a shitload of just weed being grown out in the fields. Basically hemp. I think there's a lot of hemp. I think there's a lot of people, and you can't really. The only way to know is by saying, "I want hydroponic." If you could go into a place and say, "Do you have hydroponics I could buy?" and they say yes, then I think that you might get something real. Maybe this would be the test, because so far every place that I've walked into and asked, they were like, "No," and I'm like, "Okay, then you just go." So I think there's a lot of people that smoke weed that don't really know what it's like to smoke weed out there, which is very strange. I've just been blessed. I've been blessed in rathood with good weed, but currently for a long time now, I've just been I've been dabbling in the gray market, and so far it's like very hit or miss, and it's mostly miss. It's just convenient. It's kind of like the gray markets of marijuana. Actually, not even the gray markets. From what I've heard, even as like is the places that sell recreational legal places sell. They just sell fucking in New York, maybe in places outside of New York, but in New York, you still have to go to the black market for the good stuff. And I missed it. I've missed black market good stuff. Good night, America. There's nobody on the phone lines. We're gonna go have dreams of hydroponics and science. Dream of science. Oh, LK99, that superconductive bullshit. It's so funny. I think one of the producers of the show sent in an article about the superconductive material of LK99 to the show. When I first read it, I threw it out as bunk, and then I saw it pop up back at the news, and I was like, oh, this might be, maybe. And it turns out it's not exciting at all. And, oh well, good try. Maybe 10 more years from now. Sell your copper, sell your tungsten. What is it? What, sand? Is silicone made of sand? Buy sand, I guess. Go to the beach. Become a beach bum. Go to fucking... All right, everybody. It was, I think I went over all my notes. Do I have any more notes here? Mouth... Oh, Mount Lily. No, that's it. Here's 7 sources. Oh, all this music is CC BY 3.0. It's all free. You could do whatever you want with it. It's on SoundCloud. You go to Nick the Rat's likes on SoundCloud. I think there's a link for it on my website, nicktherat.com. Good night, America. We'll be back next week with more Nick the Rat Radio. What will we do? I don't fucking know. It's gonna be spooky soon. It's gonna be really spooky. September's coming. Halloween is coming. I consider September Halloween. The older I get, the earlier Halloween gets. So, you know, I'm at September Halloween. I'm not at January Halloween yet. Don't worry. 7 sources music from heart to hand. Good night. We'll be back. In 7 rotations.
Hey, it's me, Stillwater. Yeah, I was listening. I was actually still at work while I was listening to your show live. That's it. Bye.
Hey, bro. Smoking some weed with you. Come on. Oh, yeah, and,
sometimes the best laid plans don't make it from heart to hand. Fire in your eyes, sunlight from the sky. That light is gone too. I can't seem to reach
hey, bro. Smoking some weed with you. Come on. Oh, yeah, and,
And conjure.
Seriously? Here, you take the first sip then.
Is it even lit?
It's lit. Well, it was lit. Here, let me get that. Oh, no, you got it. Beep. Hey, this is Nick the Rat from Nick the Rat.
Good night.
I'm just here to comfort you. Come on, touch it. Huh? Come on, you need human contact. Touch it. I will not touch it. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it.
I know how you're feeling right now.
Stop it. Stop it. Don't do that.
I'm here for you.
Don't do that. Jesus Christ, you're going to get me killed. Out of here.
Oh, Billy.
I'm just messing with you.
Don't kill the animals! Rats have price. Buy on veggies. Rats have price.